Hello there guys, welcome to Dino's Vault. I'm here at the KTM mega event where the adventure goes full circle or comes full circle. The Adventure 390 model, you have not just one, you have the top of the line model which comes with loaded with all the bells and whistles, our prayers being answered when we requested for adjustable front suspension, we wanted spoke wheels, we wanted the full game, and that has what been unleashed in this launch event. This is the Adventure 390 SW or spoke wheels variant, and then you have right next to it the most beautiful looking machine in all black. This is the most affordable also, the Adventure X, which comes devoid of all the bells and whistles, no electronics, no fancy gizmos. It has basic switchable ABS, which is really good again, and minus the Metzeler tires, you have MRF tires here. Rest everything remains as it is, the tech specs, the power, the torque. And also this one gets the Adventure 390 standard model, which I own. It's right over here. This is the standard model. This one gets open cartridge suspension, whereas this one gets big piston forks, but yeah, both are WP Apex suspension and the diameter is the same. But more than that, it is complete value. I mean, something that people were always looking for. Launched at around 2.8 lakhs ex-showroom, it is an absolute steal deal, because not only is it super comfortable, ultimate saddle, superb comfort, bigger tank, 14.5 liter tank, you have easily accessible seat if you want to ride with your partner or your friend, and then you have one of the best looking colors, the all black color for the Adventure X. And apart from that, the chassis is the same Dakar 450 base chassis, suspension is almost the same, and the tires also do a decent job. I already ridden it back home, I'll ride it again. The lighting is the same, you have the LED lighting with the LED DRLs, and instead of the so instead of the color TFT, you get the standard LCD like what we get with the Adventure 250. So if you have a look here, this is the standard LCD, and here you have off-road ABS and the road ABS, which I think you can set. And now long press this. Now it's back to road mode, which is dual channel mode. Long press this again. You are turning off ABS on the rear wheel, so you can lock the rear wheel and you can perform those power slides and all this fancy stuff. And then of course this is OBD2 compliant, so it is ethanol compliant, E20 compliant. So for those who aren't aware, the ethanol is rich in oxygen levels, so it aids in complete combustion or more efficient combustion, and the air fuel mixture gets burnt completely, so that results in better performance, better mileage, better refinement, better throttle response. So, and also the ethanol comes with the chemical composition which naturally cleans the fuel injectors, and that is one thing. It also acts like an additive which actually boosts the overall performance. So adding ethanol or the fuel that we get in the fuel pumps will be coming with the ethanol premix, and that will enhance the overall fuel efficiency as well as the performance of the machine. So this was about the Adventure X. Like as it is, when you have a look at it, it looks killer. It has the same 19-inch front and the 17-inch rear wheel, 130 section rear tire. Again, these are MRF tires as opposed to the Metzeler Tourance tires that we get here with the standard Adventure or the. But tank capacity again is very usable at 14.5 liters, and seat height remains the same. That is something you need to understand. It doesn't go down. The low seat variant is separately kept over here. So this is the low seat variant, as you can see from when compared to this one. That one is a lower seat, and then of course, but still I am okay with the taller seat. It's not about being intimidated. It's all about accepting it, understanding the character of the bike, and the more you come to terms with it, the more you start understanding the true character of the machine, the more you start becoming, or the bike becoming a extension of your personality. And undeniably, both this black color variant and the top of the line SW variant look stunning, because that matte orange tank and the gloss black finish gives a really vivid, vibrant look, and this one gives a stealthy look. One of the most beautiful. This I personally prefer in terms of color options. The brakes are the same, 320 mm disc up front, disc at the back. As I told you, dual channel ABS and switchable ABS. Now this is the low seat variant where everything remains the same, but the seat height is reduced by around 21 to 25 mm. So instead of 855, I think it's around 830. But people are kind of mentioning that they would have preferred around 800 mm seat height. That's what the response I got when I featured the low seat height variant. And then of course this is my personal favorite. This is the same color, same model that I own, and it comes with the standard equipment. We have WP Apex suspension, open cartridge suspension, which can take on more punishment and gives you a better ride quality across different terrains. You have Metzeler Tourans tires, which is a perfect complement. Tires are crucial, and for this kind of machine, when you have very capable chassis, tires become really crucial to amplify the overall performance of the bike, and this one perfectly complements that. Rest everything, the powers and the torque and the specs remain the same. 43.5 PS, 37 Newton meters, 6-speed gearbox, and this one, as I told you, comes with the TFT console and comes with all the settings. So this will have a look. Already you might have seen the reviews, my videos as well. Now talking about the Adventure SW, the spoke wheels. Now first thing, what is the advantage of spoke wheels? It can take on more punishment, it can take on more rugged terrain, rocks, anything you throw at it, sand, slush, it can take on anything, any place, anytime. Now as it is, the tire size remains the same 19-inch front and 17-inch rear. So another important question on your mind is whether this is wire spoke wheels with tube tire or tubeless tire. So the answer to that is this is tube tire, it is not tubeless tire. And another question is why not 21-inch wheel and why not 18-inch wheel, and why only 1917? So what 1917 this thing tire sizes does to this machine is it offers a perfect balance of off-road capability and just as much as fun on-road as also. When you have come up with a 21-inch front wheel and an 18-inch rear wheel, of course its off-road capability goes next level and makes it far more comprehensive and more inclined towards extreme off-roading. But when it comes to on-road capability, on-road touring, road touring or street touring or highway riding capability, it takes a hit on its handling and riding comfort and riding joy or riding pleasure. So when we have a mixture like a combination of 19-inch front wheel and 17-inch rear wheel, it adds on to the better agility, better handling, better capability, on-road capability and better highway cruising capability is what I personally have felt having ridden different sorts of machines in the same segment. So I feel it is perfectly justified to get a 19-inch front wheel and a 17-inch rear wheel, where it is just as beautiful and just as confidence inspiring and just as pleasurable to ride this off-road as much as it is on-road. Now talking about we've talked about the spoke wheels and talking about the suspension. As I told you, open cartridge forks, and these are adjustable forks. Compression can be adjusted here, as you can see, and this is for rebound. Now as this is kept as a standard setting. Now these comes with 30 they come with 30 clicks of adjustment from 0 to 30, but the standard factory setting is set at 15 each. Set as 15, this is also set at 15. Now if that is the standard setting which this model comes with, which is my standard Adventure 390. Now if you want to make the suspension a little more rigid, more stiffer, such that it cannot bottom out and take on more punishment, then you start counting clicks. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Put it 5 clicks to the right. Similarly, even the rebound, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So when you have a look, every time both of them should be matching. It shouldn't be that one is on one side and the other is pointing other ways. Always maintain a balance between the both, such that the compression and rebound are equally set and as it is, the feedback from the suspension will be more consistent and more easier for you to predict while tackling different kind of terrains. And rest of the electronic suite, as you can see, we have the ride mode between street and off-road. Then you have the motorcycle settings where you have traction control. You can long press the button to turn off traction control or turn it back on by click of a button. So this is traction control. I've already explained that even if you are riding midway through corner and you want full throttle, you want to give full throttle, it prevents excess wheel spin and prevents the wheel from giving way or kind of sliding and skidding. Similarly, ABS, we have switched between road and off-road. Road is dual channel ABS, off-road is single channel ABS, which means only ABS will be operational on the front wheel. The rear wheel you can always lock. So let us keep it at road when you're riding on the road conditions, touring or something, but in off-road better to keep it in off-road mode. Similarly, traction control, once you are off-road, you have to turn off traction control to allow the rear wheel to spin freely. Similarly, quick shift, again it's a convenience feature to clutchless gear shifts up and down. So that kind of allows you for a fitting. That is about the top of the line SW variant. This is around 20 grand dearer than the standard one, I believe. As you can see here, you have all the settings, all the features being listed. 30 click adjustment for the front USD forks, 20 click rebound damping for the rear monoshock, as well as 10-step preload adjustability for optimized performance. So this defines the SW or the spoke wheels variant. Similarly, here you have the front suspension advantages. It enhances the handling, stability, rider comfort, reduces vibrations and prevents excessive weight transfer. So this is the advantage of having adjustable front suspension. So improved traction, handling and ride quality, and all the benefits clearly highlighted here. And this is me signing out from the location where we are actually have a glance of all the 4 models, right from the standard Adventure 390 to the most affordable Adventure X, the low seat model, and then you have the spoke wheels model, the top of the line model, the latest and the greatest from KTM India, to satiate your appetite for off-roading. So that's pretty much it. I've already ridden the bike. You can watch my ride impression separately, where we have ridden it through off-roading terrains, and next, if possible, I'll try to include that footage in this or upload that separately, because the duration of the video might be a bit too much. And I also rode the Adventure X. That video is playing separately, and I featured the low seat variant. That video is playing separately. Feel free to check that out. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Until then, take care, God bless, and ride safe.